Wait, you were in the office still? Oh, for sure.
Show me more top plays! From episode 24, it's Huey Strip.
So you are in the office, jeez.
Breaking ankles and catching in the green three. Now, it's Showtime JNO, putting them on a poster. And sees an opportunity and punctuates for the poster. Next is Precision Ant, tossing the no-look alley-oop from half court. Finally, we've got Electric Trigger with the filthy block at the rim. That's one of the best snatch blocks I've ever seen. Now vote for your second finalist for the top.
The blue line making its way out of the station are setting tonight, Boston, Massachusetts. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
You're back.
Well, some say Jrue Holiday is the best defender in the league that no one talks about. He said, I don't need any accolades. I don't like being famous. But for guys to remember how I play defense on them, that respect, that's the only accolade I want. It's fun for me, playing myself to total exhaustion. Kevin?
What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. They've got Steven Adams. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Morant in at the 2. And for the Celtics, Young is out there with Paul George. And it's Vucevic. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Tatum in at the small forward. Opening day, Chris. In your experience, which types of teams tend to start the season well, started strong?
Two types. One, the team that has been forgotten about and left out. The team that had a disappointing season the year before, and no one knows the pain that they went through all summer long, waiting to get back to that moment. So they've been incentivized for the half of the year to come back and say, wait a minute, it's our turn now. And those teams are sneaky under the radar.
A little chip on their shoulder, in other words.
And then secondly, I would say veteran teams. Teams that know what they want, teams that are focused and saying, wait a minute, we know this is a marathon, let's take our time, warm up, and stick to the principles right away, and we'll end up in the right place later.
Now, here's Tatum, following the miss by Trevor Ariza, and off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. Here's Leonard. Great D that time from Tatum.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Pass to George. Here's Vucevic. Good D by Ariza. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Now here's Morant, defended by George. Sweet move. It's blocked.
The long arm of the law. Tatum prohibiting that shot from ever happening this year.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one's on Morant. Moves on moves. That's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. The guys you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact, Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
Good on both.
And with all their rangy wing defenders, the Celtics are well suited for the modern game.
Oh, yeah, they make it tough for opponents to get clean looks on the perimeter, GA, with their defense. I mean, it's a strong defensive team also because of the competitors that they possess.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's coming off a 28-point game against Utah. Clock at 4. The baseline jumper goes down.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Knocked loose. Tatum on the wing. And here comes Leonard, leading the fast break. And finished off by Leonard.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
And Young kicks to Tatum. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Tatum's got 5 points so far.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And that one drops for him.
He's got some tough missed up tonight. I wonder what he had to eat last night. I mean, very solid first quarter for him at the offensive end.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And George gets it to go.
You know, some scouts thought Tatum had tunnel vision, looking only for his own shot. But he's more about team.
Bledsoe passes to Adams. Inside. Bledsoe outside. Shot clock at 6. From deep. And Vucevic pulls it down.
He forgets about him on the perimeter. They're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
Tatum passes to Young. Over Bledsoe. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And the jam by Bledsoe.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Hey, guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
And Adams sends it back. Here's Morant. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
That's a high-level finish from Morant, showing more strength than he's really giving credit for.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
The Celtics making a switch here. Martin's checked in. Julius Randle's checked in for the Thunder.
Let's go, Shark Frogs. Gritty. Steven Adams is so good on 2K.
That's good from Morant. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
There's Morant. Paul George making his last shot. Randle kicks to Leonard. George with the defensive effort.
Playing him tough inside.
Yeah, tell me that Nick Foles deal was wrong.
The whole team pumped up.
Martin can't hit that one. Bledsoe with the defensive effort. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Count it.
You said you're going to quit before the summer?
Give it to Randle there, and he's locked in on the score.
Really?
Martin outside.
What are you going to do?
And it's Morant with the rebound.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
For the Celtics, they come into this one following a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. Barton finds Harris. Left side, George. Back to Harris.
Yeah, what's the end goal? The NBA.
4 on the clock. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams is got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Randall. Outside for Bledsoe. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Rejected by Harris.
Oh, he's known for his offense more than defense. Harris plays with high motor, and he likes to make plays. Well, you look at Tobias Harris. I mean, it's remarkable the way he's improved his confidence from three-point range. A huge part of it.
Well, you look at Harris's long-range shooting. Nothing special, Chris, through the first 6 years of his career. But then he turned it around.
Well, Kevin, you know he had laser eye surgery in the summer of 2017.
Shoot, too.
And after that, his shooting improved dramatically. Man, I got to go get surgery now. Anyway, maybe he should be a spokesperson based on how well it worked out for him.
That's good from Harris.
I mean, you look at the all-around game of Harris. He's even been good from the free throw line.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Vucevic. Porter comes in for Jason Tatum. And it's Holiday in for George. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Chris, this was a specialty of yours. Which current bigs are best at finishing contested shots right at the rim?
Oh, well, I'll tell you this. The best big in the league last year, averaging 17 points, scoring in the paint, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yes.
I mean, he'll dunk on anybody. Move out the way. He finishes. What about Embiid inside? What about Gobert? What about Boogie Cousins? Should I continue? I can keep going because the big man is back, baby.
Here's Tice. Thunder with the rebound.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Here's Green. Now the pass to Rozier. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Passes it to Thibault. From deep three-point range. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the fourth. Martin surveying the floor. On the wing, Harris. Back to Barton. Lets it go from 14. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Graham, the pass to Thibault. Now here's Randall.
Yeah.
Over Harris. Randall no good. Celtics trail by 4.
To Jarrell
On
Casey,
the
the
wing,
Broncos.
Holiday. Graham defending. And here's Holiday. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Over Bogdanovich. And that one, no good to start him off the line. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Oklahoma City out in front. They lead by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start. George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He described what
my inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That wasn't.
George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is
won
never easy, but
1 out of 6
George's
games in his
perspective
career.
and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Setting the pace early, GA. I like this aggressive mind state. I love this approach so far.
On the floor for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second quarter. Bogdanovich out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the shooting guard position. And in a league obsessed with shooting, easy to see why Bojan Bogdanovich has solidified himself as a key player.
I mean, over 40% from long range in recent years, competes defensively. He's a player.
Charity.
real good, Bogdanovich.
And Bogdanovich is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, it's hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
Down low, Graham. And the shot is good. Graham's got his first basket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Holiday dishes to Porter. Now Tice. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Brooks. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
We love seeing Brooks take these quick shots. I mean, he's skilled at realizing when he has room to get them off.
Pass to Thibault. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Jones, the pass to Thibault. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Here's Thibault, guarded by Porter, and that one's good. Thibault's got it all tied up now for the Thunder. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance.
I don't want to
Nick
take
is from a
that.
basketball family. He said, "I enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
LDA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. Now here's Brooks. He's tightly guarded.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that was a stunt.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Fans, just broadcasters, love to see teams get out and attack in transition. Would you like to see the league crack down on intentional fouls that will halt that break, slow down that break, stifle that break?
No, because the home fans or the fans of the team that's fouling doesn't want that team to get out and get an easy 2 points. I mean, we still have to have defense in the game, so anything that takes away from team scoring, you just can't say, well, we want to watch them score, don't do it. No. And very honestly, if you're an unselfish team, usually on those breaks,
Yeah,
usually
Jeff needs
because
to
the
let his
player
bang
holds
his
the
rate.
ball to right. Usually they have another open player in front of them that they can pass it up to. And if you're an unselfish team, usually you'll still give the fans what they want. And that's a crazy highlight.
Here's what Boston's going with.
Tom,
right
can
now.
you Tom
checked
hear
in for Daniel Tice. Sharks comes in for Porter. Bruce Brown is checked in for Brooks. And Trae Young subbed in for Drew Holiday.
And while he gives up a little size in most matchups, it's his quickness that makes up for it. He just finds a way to get to the basket.
Brown inside. No good on that one. So the Thunder will take it the other way. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their home stretch. Pass to Covington. The pass to Vucevic. Celtics passing it around. Covington passes to Vucevic. That one falls. Vucevic has got the lead up to 4 now for Boston.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Adams trying to free himself up. Shot's good by Bledsoe.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Brown with it, now guarded by Bledsoe. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
A moment here to see some numbers for Trae Young. Good season for him last year. He was around 19 points per game last year, 8 assists and 3 rebounds. And he continues to hone his game. I think the potential is there.
You don't have any
You can
bigs.
see the potential, but it's raw. He needs to keep refining that skill set.
Teardrop shot. Shot's good by Bledsoe. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
He's having a good game.
And some teams have fancy dinners, guest speakers, and field trips. I mean, the Celtics culture is more straightforward. It's all about the work.
Well, these games are infinitely better than the last one.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Saric. Will Barton comes in for Robert Covington. And Georgia subbed in for Bruce Brown. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Oklahoma City. Leonard comes in for Shake Milton. George dishes to Tatum. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Young's shot is off. And that work ethic, the core of the Celtics value, are written on a big placard on their locker room wall.
Yeah, it emphasizes unselfishness, execution, toughness, and hustle. Those are the values of their team.
Here's George. He doesn't hit that one. So the Thunder will take it the other way.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Hart. Great D that time from Tatum.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And Vucevic kicks to George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
That free throw, no good. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense.
How's the game going?
Here's Randall. Rebound by the Celtics. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Here's Leonard. The 17-footer goes down. Leonard's got 6. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Harris passes to Tatum. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Julius Randle picks one up.
Tatum has a good feel for catching defenders off balance. I mean, we'll see what he can do at the line.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. Shooting 2. And that one falls for Tatum.
And what you love about Tatum is that scoring gene, but with efficiency, both from the field and
You
the
suck.
line.
What?
Daniel Tice is checked in for Vucevic. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Rozier's checked in. Morant dishes to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
That free throw good from Randall.
And we've seen Randall flourish with more responsibility. He's in his prime and playing his best ball.
Here's George. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. There's 25 seconds left here in the second. Here's Leonard. Horton with some nice D. Well, it was the Boston Celtics, their last game, a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks. George finds Tice.
I want to play Call of Duty tonight.
Barton outside. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Cheat,
Solid on defense
QI.
right there. It's just solid. Randall showing more versatility on that end of the floor.
It's been all about Eric Bledsoe for Oklahoma City. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think of your team's energy in the first half?
I think the energy's fine. I thought we did look a little gassed at the end of that first stint for some of our starters, but I thought for the most part it was good.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq. Eric Bledsoe is having one of those nights. He ended up with 15 points, 3 assists, and... That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about...
Eric Reed release.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge.
Yep.
You know, Eric Bledsoe has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Boston, Tobias Harris is out there with Tatum. Then it's Paul George, and it's Vucevic, and it's Young, and at the point, drills the three-pointer. Young's got the first ball in the second half here for the Celtics.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving in.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Bledsoe passes to Morant to the right side. Bledsoe against George. Tries it from 19. Oklahoma City gets a new shot clock. Adams' shot is off. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Boston. They lead by 1. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. The Thunder shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. No points there. Only his third miss and 10 attempts from the floor.
As they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Harris misses. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Leonard inside, guarded by Tatum. And it's Leonard missing.
I don't know what they drew up at halftime, but it ain't working. 0 for 4 to start.
Here's Young. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game.
Well,
and there's Bledsoe on the assist by Morant. Morant's got 5 assists in the game.
$10.
Celtics trail by 3. Young, right side. He feeds it to George. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. George has got 10 points in the game.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention and takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Bledsoe. Here's Adams. Outside for Bledsoe. To the inside.
And purely from a physical standpoint, John Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive.
I'm watching it live on my screen.
Yes, that goes in. And the Thunder lead by 3.
Oh, I love the way Ariza sticks it to the defense, out-muscling and out-working anyone in front of him.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
This kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. Now, I think we're looking at a potential All-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Albert Covington's checked in for Harris. Michael Porter comes in for Jason Tatum. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for George. And it's Holiday in for Young.
Porter Jr.
The kick out to Holiday. Lets the 3 fly. Good D by Jones. The Thunder leading by 3. Bogdanovich passes to Thibault. It's stolen by Vucevic. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And Brooks isn't just a fighter. Someone that isn't going to give in to the defense.
The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. P.J. Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. See, Webb, were you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon. What Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. I got to give my boys in Michigan, I got to give us a little credit too with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector.
Six to shoot. Thibault with the pass to Graham. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Brooks kicks to Holiday. For the lead, and that's 2 points on the way. Holiday's got his second basket of the night as we approach the 4th quarter. Still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Graham, basket good. And the Thunder lead by 1.
Oh, guys, that's an impressive spin move there. Didn't think he had a handle like that.
Holiday, the pass to Porter. Back to Holiday. The fadeaway, and Jones sends it back. Here's Graham. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one is on Holiday. The Thunder shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Only 71% from the line last season, and rest assured they're hoping to bring those numbers up this year.
And that one falls for Graham. And some changes here for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Vucevic, and Barton subbed in for Brooks. And then for Oklahoma City, Julius Randle comes in for Derek Jones. And it's Rozier in for Shake Milton. Barton, wide open, he fires. It's a very good look and converts. Here's Graham. He has 6. Passes it to Thibault. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Fader on the way. And there's Randle on the assist from Bogdanovich. Randle's got 9 points.
Hey, the key is confidence, which is exactly what Randle displayed there, taking and connecting.
Tice kicks to Holiday. Good. He has 6.
It's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Here's Graham, and again it's Oklahoma City.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that rim.
Yeah, the defender just couldn't quite close the gap all the way. And got burned.
Outside Holiday. To the paint. Here's Tice. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Oklahoma City called for the foul.
The screen pulled up too.
Well, that's 3 straight German League titles for Daniel Tice. I mean, before he made his NBA debut at the age of 24, he's an athletic two-way player, and he's shown he belongs.
Where did Daniel Tice come from?
First one falls for. And last season, Daniel Tice shooting over 40% from long range. And Chris, over 75% around the rim.
If you would have told me Tice would be the starting center
great
at the
efficiency
beginning of the year,
both inside and out. New contract this summer will reward his terrific play.
No good on the second free throw.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Barton, no line. And so it's Rendell bringing it up now for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 4-point game. Leibold can't get it to go. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And at 6'10", Porter is a threat to score inside, which is why the defense is trying to rough him up a bit.
First trip to the line for him here. And that one misses.
And they are shooting themselves in the foot here. They've lost their touch at the line. The percentage continues to drop from where it was in that first half.
Paul George, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Now, here's Rozier. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Knocked away. Paul George with the steal. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Thunder lead by 4. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, you see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
Tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. So for Oklahoma City right now, Randall out there with Trevor Ariza. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Morant. And it's Bledsoe in at the 1. A nice shot by George.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Back to Bledsoe. Trying to get open is Randall. And there's Bledsoe on the assist by Ariza. And that's 19 points for Eric Bledsoe. Martin passes to Harris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Here's one of the most versatile scorers in the game, Tobias Harris. He had some great teachers, too, including Hall of Famer George the Iceman Gervin.
Yeah, well, check this out, Kevin. His father was Gervin's agent late in his career. I mean, from age 10, Tobias got to train at Gervin's facility every summer. And they still work out to this day. That's a real one. Harris learned it from a great how to get buckets.
No good on the free throw.
And all those missed opportunities at the line are starting to add up on them in this half. If they go on to lose this game, that'll be the first thing they point to.
Young's checked in for the Celtics. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Randall. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
That's not like him at all. I mean, he's been so steady up to those.
Rejected by Harris. To the middle, here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George has on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Reza passes to Bledsoe. Banked in off the glass. Bledsoe's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Here's George. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Adams outside. 6 on the shot clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And a look now at the Thunder's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Sunday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. Young finds Tice. Back to Young. Outside, George. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only 1 in the first.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys. And it's easy to see why a team would want Ariza on their roster. Makes the right decisions, mentors young players, and is well respected throughout the league.
Celtics making a switch here. Vucevic is checked in.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
And one of the younger players to enter the 2019 draft, Morant, rise beyond his years.
George dishes to Harris. Young for 3. Thunder with the rebound. Ariza's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Throws it up high. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
And you have to love the shot selection of Ariza. So patient in how he waits for the offense to come to him.
The 13-footer.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Great instincts, relentless. Seems like he's getting to every miss.
Harris on the double team. And Leonard has it in the corner. And he banks in the layup. Leonard's got the lead up to 9 now for the Thunder.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Young for 3, sinks the triple.
And the effortless shooting motion. Young's three-point jumper is just poetry in motion and has it on automatic.
Bledsoe gets to Ariza. He lobs it up, and Ariza with the stop.
Lengthy Ariza loves getting up on these type of plays. Timing right there on these alley-oop jams, that's just terrific.
Young pass to Harris. Back to Young. Over Bledsoe. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to 6 and a bucket from Young.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunity.
Here's Leonard. Here's Adams. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to target over.
And you look at the way Steven Adams
Bradley Beal was
developed
pretty killer
his
too
offense
last game.
the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team.
Let's see if Trae Young can turn it
Got a
on.
moment for our Jordan
Bledsoe
player of
went
the
off this game
Eric
too.
Bledsoe.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin.
Yep.
Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this. And on the road, no less. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens was talking about with his players. He said they played well in certain areas, but the lack of detail to the defensive boards has allowed their opponent too many second-chance opportunities. And that, he said, is the difference in this game. You have to get busy on the glass, Kevin.
And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Three minutes, AC.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line.
Adams is locking it down. He's on fire.
Bledsoe against Young. Harris outside. That ball on speed that time from George.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And it falls.
Oh, baby.
Now just a 5-point Thunder lead.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency. Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
Shooting 2.
I don't know why they throw that inexperience.
And he can't get the first one.
I've seen Bledsoe miss so many free throws in real life.
And he sinks the second. Celtics trail by 6.
I only use the emotion.
And Adams sends it back. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And the Thunder lead by 8.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
And it's George missing.
Come on, you got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
Bledsoe looking it over. Pass to Leonard. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Some solid defense from Harris. And George with the stop.
And you know Tatum has the capacity to do this. I mean, he makes plays even when he's not scoring.
Now here's Morant, defended by George. Morant with it. Down low and stolen by Harris.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you, GA, but I've seen crazy things happen.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Correct. This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
And it's Leonard missing. And so George will bring it up for the Boston Celtics, trailing by 4. Harris. It's home in by Adams. And so they foul intentionally. Seconds left in the fourth quarter, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 seconds.
Oh, man.
First, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Good league. It's even better with excellent work at the stripe.
Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They trail by 6. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We've got 28 seconds left in the game. Here's George. Ariza with the rebound. And he commits the intentional foul.
It's too late.
Shoot 2.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And during Ariza's career, he has established himself as an effective role player and fantastic outside shooter and a tenacious defender.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're down by 8. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's right, as Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. George with no one around, but he stays with it. Tatum finds Vucevic. Offline with his 3. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah,
Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We're getting out of transition, trying to get defensive stops. And everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
don't even remember Draws 7 assists. Ariza went 8, 5, and 6. You shot 4 3-pointers.